turkey dance is one of the most important Caddo dances, as the song tells the story of our history, where we came from. The turkey dance is the oldest known Native American dance of any tribe. The song is so old, in fact, that no one knows where the songs were first composed, but these are a couple of the stories told today about its creation.
Can remember from it is, the group from the tribe, they were embarrassing the tribe, and so the chief sent them out into the woods, told them not to come back. So they went through the forest and everything. They came across the hill. They walked up that hill. They looked over the hill. They saw a bunch of turkeys on the other side, and they were dancing. And you could hear, and they said that they could hear the drum beat, and the turkeys were singing that were in the middle. And that's where they came back and they told the chief, we saw this is what they were doing, this is what they were singing. That's what I heard from Phil Cross. But if I go talk to my grandpa, he might have said a whole completely different thing, because I don't know where Phil got this information from. The museum could have several different documents over how the story happened. You just don't know. So the story, it's capable of evolving. There's no set paper, there's no set where it came from. Just depends what family held on to it and what their grandparents said.
As with its creation story, the turkey dance itself has evolved over the years. It is comprised of many different songs, and each song tells a story of a historical battle or event. The dance was traditionally performed as a war celebration, and the songmaker would create songs from warriors' triumphs. Some of the old songs about victories over ancient enemies were cut out when tribes such as the Osage and Choctaw became friends. Every year, Caddos gather at the Moreau Dance Grounds in Binger, Oklahoma, to engage in the survival of our history. The turkey dance starts off every Moreau dance and has to be completed before sundown. Madeline here talks about the establishment of this dance ground that brings everyone together each year.
See, Grandpa Whitebread, he got the message from God. He told him what to do. And so anyway, he was up there, where the old well is, up there. And they used to always go up there, and he went up there for about, just think he went up there to fast for about 3 days. And then when he come back, he told Grandma, and here Mom was just young then, and he told him, he said, I got to go down, and he said, down below, and he said, I got to start clearing it off. I know we all had to dance. We didn't say we didn't want to. We had to.
It was with my grandmother, Ellen Brown Moreau, when I was maybe 5, 6, or 7 years old. When she started, having me dance, she dressed me in the Caddo dress and put the makeup on. But it was just, I enjoyed it. I wasn't forced to dance or anything. But so I danced through even after I graduated from high school. And it was a very long dance. I do remember that when I was young. And now that I'm older, I do remember it too, because it takes a lot of stamina to last as long as that dance is. But I really didn't know the meaning so much of what the turkey dance, how significant it was till I was older.
When I was growing up, I thought it was pressure. It was something we were taught from day one.
2000, Mike Meeks, his dad, came to Charlene Wright, who started the Shuey-T-T drum group, and Mike wanted his kids to learn the songs since they're getting old enough to remember and everything like that. And then that's when Thurman Parton, he came into that real strong about it too, because all our elders are just fewer. We're getting fewer and fewer every year, every day. It's just, especially now, recently. So that's so about 2000. We started a group called Shuey Titi. We had maybe about 7 or 8 members, young ones start. Me and Michael about 7 or 8. The Shuey Titi drum group just helps them get started to get the feeling of the songs. Because like Turkey Dance, I can't start Turkey Dance songs, but once his dad's the main one who knows them. But once if they start them, I can come right in with that second real strong and help them carry it out all the way through. That's the problem we're trying to fix now, because the people who started it for us, my grandpa and his dad, I mean, if something happens and they're not able to be at that important dance or any dance, then we're stuck in the middle because we don't know how to start it. We know the song, but we don't know how to start it and order and everything. So that's the problem now.
With associations like the Shuey Titi Drum Group and the Hisinai Society, the Caddo community highlights the importance of passing down our culture and knowledge. These groups allow the youth to actively learn about their ancestors and will ensure that the songs, along with their history embedded in them, will live on. Recently, however, the Caddo language is becoming extinct, with only a handful of speaking elders today. How does this alter the meaning of the turkey dance, a dance sung entirely in the Caddo language?
Imagine a time when all of that was spoken about in Caddo. That is the time that, those oral traditions and those meanings behind those traditions, all of those stories, those things meant the most. Now, I don't know. Big concern is the language, and is the younger generations going to take an effort to, pick up that language and try to learn it?
Your thoughts on the Caddo language, and
It's hard. Speaking the Caddo language, I think, is more harder than singing the songs, actually. Just because of the dialect, the way it's spelled, because if you read it, that might not be the way you say it.
When I was smaller, I could speak and understand our language. But then when I went to a school called East Moreland out in the country, and we couldn't speak it. And then my grandmother wouldn't speak it because she said I had to be able to get around or get along in the white man's world. Yes, white man's world.
Unfortunately, we are reaching a point in time in which historical information is rapidly slipping through our fingers. Because the Caddo language is dying and many other dialects are forgotten, we have lost so many of the meanings behind the songs. In one of the only translations of the turkey dance, nearly half of the songs are already denoted translation unknown.
Our grandpa Button Williams passed away. He's the one. He was the elder who could speak fluent Caddo, and he knew what each word meant in every song. Once he passed away, we lost all that. We lost everything behind it, just from social, where we could go walk up to him, Grandpa, what does this word mean? We lost that luxury. We never thought to tape it, because we thought, you always think, well, that person's going to be here for a long time. I don't have to worry about it right now. But once he passed away, I kind of panicked, because what are we going to do now? We don't have no one to refer back to make sure this word's said right, to what order is it saying, and what the real meaning of behind it is. Because there's a lot of meanings behind turkey dance. Some of them, they all play the same part. They always end up going to the same part, but a lot of people start it different. They say it different. This is what this happened. And a lot of it comes down to which family you talk to. Because you got the Edmund family, with Randall Edmonds, he's a respected elder too. They have their own traditions of how to do the dances. And then you got the Williams family, which all of us came from down here. And we have our own tradition that we come around. So it's just whoever you ask.
People today feel compelled to preserve oral traditions and writing. However, this can become problematic. As the turkey dance is a living entity, there are many versions of the dance, and a single written version is not capable of encompassing the whole essence of the dance. This changing of mediums creates a drastically different effect.
You can read an oral history or read something that somebody else has written, and it's not the same as hearing it from somebody else.
Published books such as these are great resources to learn general information about the turkey dance. Some go into detail about the 4 components of the song, and one even notes a couple stories. While they aren't holistic illustrations, they can eternally be used as resources and supplements to what we learn on the dance grounds. Books can't replace the knowledge of elders, but it is what our generations now have to work with. In addition to literature, Travis, among other drummers, have adopted 21st century technologies as an aid in learning the intricate Caddo songs.
A recent one is a Cherokee dance. We lost that one for about four years since Thurman Parton passed away because we just always relied on him. We didn't think anything was ever going to happen to anybody. Literally, I laid in bed one night, 10:30, with my iPod, put it on my iPod, and I sat there that one night, sang the first one. After I memorized it, sang it again without it, then I moved on to the second one. I did all 8 songs that way. That's how I learned that one.
So what happens when people do go off to college?
Well, we're always welcome back to the drum. We're not saying if they leave you can't come back. It's more, well, you got to take care of your life first.
Yeah.
You got to get your perspectives into place. But you're always welcome back to that drum. No, you don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't come back to that drum. Once you sing at that drum and you know that you want to be a part of it, you're always welcome back to that drum. Even if you have disagreements with someone sitting around that drum, when you come back to that drum, those disagreements you need to leave behind because that drum is sacred. That's why people say you treat that drum how you treat your life. Because if you treat that drum badly, it'll come back on you. Because you killed an animal to make that drum, and that animal had a life too.
Mm-hmm.
But if they go off, they're always welcome back. Some of them, they'll go, and while they're even in college, when they get their time off, they'll still come back out and enjoy sing with us and everything. Some of them, when they go off, when they can't sing with us, they just listen to it on their iPod or a tape that they had, and they learn to come back, and it amazes us because they come back, they know the song, and they didn't have to be around the drum to learn.
That's what the turkey dance is. A celebration of the survival of the Caddo people, a record of adversity and triumph, a link with the past that perpetuates pride in the cultural heritage of the Caddo Indian tribe of Oklahoma.